Hey, good morning. We wanted to talk to you about a little bit about your business, Good Now and Associates.
All right.
What is your background and how did you get involved with that company?
My background is kind of unique. Most private investigators come with some kind of law enforcement background. My background came straight out of college. I graduated from a local university, Chaminade University of Honolulu, and right out of school, I ended up getting into this business, and I've been doing this for the last 28 years.
And your business has a variety of aspects to it, right? Maybe you can list some of the things that you look into.
Yes, we do a lot of things, anywhere from looking for people searching for either witnesses or lost loves or lost family members, adoptive parents, things like that. We also have um, a background investigation section that we do, both pre-employment type of background investigations as well as regular background investigations, either on an individual or a corporation. We also perform process serving for a lot of the attorneys in town. We perform domestic surveillance, which is following people, loved ones, or family members, or boyfriend, girlfriend, or any kind of investigation that involves the family. We also do surveillance, both insurance surveillance as well as personal injury surveillance. We also get involved with criminal defense work, where we work for attorneys who are defending someone who's been accused of a crime. We also do product liability cases where a manufactured product has been involved in some type of an accident or maiming or injury or death. We also get involved with intellectual property, which includes trademark counterfeiting.
So you have a really diverse business. You basically do everything that could be investigated. You can investigate.
We try, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what about in terms of one of the issues that you take on is counterfeit trademark investigations?
Yes.
And maybe you can explain, what that is and, and where people might see a counterfeit product.
Sure.
Give an example.
A counterfeit trademark is a mark that's been registered. Well, first of all, a real trademark is a mark that's been registered with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. And in essence, someone has gone out with an effort to try to register their mark and successfully has, and now they can use that mark in business. A counterfeit trademark is where someone has used that mark and has put that mark to use in their business, either putting it on a product or putting it on some type of a website, a logo, or using it inside some other type of intellectual material.
Now, is it illegal to have trademark counterfeit like that?
Not to own,
Mm-hmm.
but it is illegal to sell, to display, also to produce, manufacture. Anything that has to do with making money off of the mark, yes, it is illegal. And it's illegal both in the state of Hawaii and also illegal under the federal laws.
So why do people end up counterfeiting and selling that?
Most of it has to do with financial reasons. For instance, in some of the higher end luxury brands, those brands would, if for instance a handbag could cost anywhere from $600 to $2,000 in the real store, in the legitimate store, and in the fake realm or counterfeit realm, that same bag could cost $25 to $40.
So where's the harm in that? I mean, the consumers, get a product that looks okay to them, but what's the harm?
Well, the harm is kind of multi-level. First of all, the harm is to the trademark holder who's spent money to register that trademark, to conduct research and development on that trademark and their product, to make it safe for the consumers. It's also a harm to the consumer because they're buying an inferior product, thinking that they're buying a product that is legitimate. They're also buying something that could fall apart on them. And in those instances, it could be anywhere from I've mentioned handbags, but it's diverse. It could be anything from pharmaceuticals to automobile parts to baby formula. All these things can harm the consumer if they're not aware that they're buying a counterfeit product.
So where in Hawaii do we see counterfeit products popping up?
Well, we see them in Waikiki. We see them at the swap meets. We see them online in a variety of different venues, as well as on the side of the road, in parking lots, a variety of places where people are either purposely looking for a deal. But pretty much anywhere in the state we can find counterfeits.
Without divulging anything about any of your clients from the past, can you give any good examples of when there was a bust or some kind of counterfeit
Sure.
Unveiling?
We worked with the National Football League, and they conducted I think a 3-year program with us involving the Pro Bowl and the sale of counterfeit Pro Bowl merchandise. That case resulted in the first conviction of the Hawaii State trademark law, and it also ended up with people actually doing time, because in the state of Hawaii it is a felony to sell counterfeit trademark goods.
So if anybody wants to figure out if something's counterfeit, is there a way to do that, or how do they figure that out?
Well, there are ways. I'm trained to identify counterfeits. And when I say trained, it's each individual customer or client of mine will provide me with training with respect to identifying the real product versus the counterfeit product. We also have other tests, like for instance, if it's too good to be true. If you can tell that this product is an item that is just unbelievably cheap, and how much a real one costs, there's a good chance that that's a fake.
Okay, well, any final thoughts, or where can people get a hold of you?
Well, the final thought that I can say is just be careful when you buy a counterfeit. Number one, there's a lot of things involved when you purchase these products. Also, it involves the loss of jobs in the United States. And it's been proven that it also has been used to support terrorism. The funds from counterfeit sales are used to launder drug money. There's a variety of different outsourced type of activities that happen as a result of this that we're not aware of when we buy a fake T-shirt, for instance. So besides harming us, it's also going to be a situation where it harms the general economy of the United States as well as Hawaii. For instance, you have these luxury brand stores up and down Kalakaua Avenue. The amount of money that those people pay for rent and taxes is way more than what someone is going to be making or paying selling the same item or a counterfeit item out of the back of their car. So it affects a lot of people and a lot of the economy, both in Hawaii and internationally.
So do you have a website where people can get more information about your company?
Sure. My website is www.goodnow.com.
Okay, thank you so much, Joe.
You're welcome.
We look forward to having you back on the show for more stories about your business.
No
Thanks.
problem. Thank you very much for having me.